Hello, welcome to Appliance Master Live. I'm Bill, and again with me this week at a socially safe distance is Kari, my sidekick.
Hey.
Hey, Kari.
Nice to see you all again. Today we're going to be talking about maintaining your grill for the summer.
How about autumn?
Or autumn. End of summer, beginning of autumn,
Yeah.
into the winter. I know a lot of people use their grills throughout the year, but many folks tend to shut the grills down during the cooler months. So this is like one of the main things that we wanted to talk about. And one of the main services that we do offer.
Yeah, and sorry to say summer's winding down, so probably be grilling a little bit less. Hopefully not at all, but just maybe less. So like September is a good month to address grill issues. Yeah, you maybe still be using a grill for a while, but the summer rush is slowing, so technicians have more free time. Parts distributors and things, if you need them, aren't overwhelmed. So if you need a part now, it'd be a good time to look at it. So next spring, you don't have to worry about these kind of things. So.
Yeah, so Bill, what would be the number one thing you would recommend for someone to do for maintaining the grill throughout the cooler months when they're not using it?
Well, right now, you should pay attention to uneven heating or cooking. I mean, do things cook faster in one spot, burn somewhere, but underdone somewhere else? So that's a big deal. Check for that. Also, of course, a popular one is it's not igniting. And if you have broken or hard to turn knobs as well, that could be when they get hard to turn, sometimes there could be maintenance done, but that's maybe the start of a problem. So it's now, again, time to address it.
And then as far as using it, should you leave the grill top open or closed when you're done?
Well, yeah, I mean, when you're done cooking, yeah, you have to shut off the gas, close the lid, take out any kind of things. Sometimes you're out like grill mats, take those out. But what I was going to talk, like this summer wind down maintenance, basically, now's a good time. Like, I know I forget this, and it's like changing the batteries in your smoke detectors. Like now, when kids are heading back to school, hopefully, would be a good time to like clean out the grease trap in your grill, because if you forget to clean that out and it builds up a lot, that thing can ignite and make could be kind of scary. It can make a lot of flames. So clean that out first. It's usually a tray that slides out or a jar, and it's usually the lowest point inside the grill somewhere. So clean that out, scrape the grease out of it as best you can. It doesn't have to be pristine, but get it so it won't catch fire. And then after you put that back, you turn on all the burners and let the grill get to its highest temperature. It might be 650, 700 degrees even. Let it get really hot for about 10 minutes. And just be cautious too, because when you do that, it could ignite. I mean, might be grease in the lower parts that haven't been that hot for a while, so they'll flame up. So you're trying to burn all that stuff off to make it easier to clean. And then, Kari.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. And you want to avoid any kind of risk of having a backyard fire, right?
Well, if it does flame up, you just close the grill, close the lid, shut off the gas, and it usually burns itself out quickly. But so after you do that heat up process, turn off, let it cool down completely, and then you take the grates out, the burners out, and if there's any briquettes or anything like that, you take those things out. You can use a putty knife or a scrubbing pad with soap and water to scrape off that residue. Give it a really thorough internal cleaning, but also be mindful of wires or fragile parts like igniters. Get that all clean. It doesn't matter if you could use a lot of water and soap, get it clean, and then reassemble it. If you're reassemble it, all right, so and then of course then you're going to clean the outside.
Well, and then that's also something that appliance master technicians would do.
Yeah.
I mean, we have many customers that request yearly grill maintenance appointments where the technician would do all those things that you had mentioned.
Yeah, but it's like if people feel so inclined to do this themselves, it could even avoid breakdowns if you're doing it. And after you've done the inside, you have to clean the outside. Use, again, a rag, hot soapy water, clean the burner knobs, handle, the hood cover. You can even clean the propane tank in that area down there with soapy water. Again, remove as much food and dirt as you can. Like that stuff, if you leave it over the winter, can attract, rodents, undesirable elements, even bugs. So get it as clean as you can, let it dry out, and lastly, after that's all done, test it, turn it on, make sure all the burners work, let it heat up for like 10 minutes, and if you're going to cook on it, great, cook on it, that'd be good too. And again, we're going to assume you're just going to use it lightly for the rest of the season. But, and also after each use, whether you're closing it for the season or just for the day, just turn off the gas and leave it connected.
Yeah, is it important to turn off the gas, whether it's propane or natural, like if you're going to be storing the unit for the whole year?
Well, even like I said, even if you're just shutting it off for the day, you shut off the gas because burners and valves can leak, and that's also a fail-safe. Sometimes people turn off 3 burners, leave one on. I've seen people leave their grill on during the winter and until you run out. If it's and this one was hooked up to the house, so it was just cooking for months. I mean, it was on for a long time. So if you shut off the gas, that's like
don't want to ruin Mother's Day, right?
Well, or pay a whole lot of extra money if you don't need for fuel. So if you have damage, and if they call, of course, call for service. And again, now's the time to. It's once we get the first nice day in April or May, the grill manufacturers or parts distributors are swamped. So now's a good time to get a jump on it. Oh, and if you're
yeah, I definitely agree with that. I know that a lot of parts distributors are a little bit backed up with everything going on in the world.
And if you're going to store it permanently for the winter, you should remove the battery before the ignition, if it has one. If it has the piezo igniter that clicks, there's no battery in that one. But if you have a battery, take that out so it doesn't leak and cause problem with the holder. Again, if you're storing the grill outside, get a good cover, make it tight. Leave the propane tank on, but closed.
Turned off.
Yeah, turned off. But some people store their grills in their garage and stuff. In that case, take the propane tank out, leave the propane tank outside or somewhere covered in a shed or something. And then you can, keeping it in your garage would be ideal if you can do that.
Yeah, you don't want that inside.
No. And I say, oftentimes Kari and I talk all kinds of tips and all kinds of things appliance related. But Appliance Master has we put out a newsletter probably 5 or 6 times a year that we collect up some of these tips, even from technicians or like now, get a newsletter. It comes by email, and it's usually pretty inoffensive. It just has some basic tips. This is the one for
it's
summer.
Great.
Yeah.
The newsletter has so many tips and little simple things that you can do to maintain your appliances in your home.
Yeah.
And whether it's inside your home or in your outdoor kitchen, it's little tiny tidbits from all our technicians that they want to share with their customers.
Yeah, granted, I printed this out, and typically it's on email, and it has links, it has a link to a video. There's one with you. And anyway, it's a convenient thing. You can even save them in a file or for later. And I'm not 100% sure how you sign up for our newsletter. Do you know how?
I think that once you book an appointment with us and we have your email registered, then it will automatically generate and you'll receive one.
Yeah, but
so as long as you book an appointment with us and we move forward with repairs and receipts and everything like that, then you'll continue to receive newsletters.
Yeah. But you can
quarterly. They're not, like you said, they're not offensive. It's not every day.
No,
and that's once in a while.
And that's as far as I know, that's the only thing we'll ever send you that isn't if you're having service, an invoice or an appointment confirmation. But it's also an opt-in. You can opt out of it. I'm not sure how you get if you want to get the newsletter and you're not a customer, I think if you just send us an email or go to our website, there's got to be a newsletter part where you can opt in for it. We'll check into it. But that's
yes. Definitely visit our website. We have a lot of good information on there. You can view the profiles for all our technicians.
What's the website address?
APPLIANCEMASTER.com.
That's right. All right, cool. Anything else, Kari?
I don't really have much else to talk about. I think you pretty much covered it all.
All right. Maybe
we'll see you next week.
Great. Thanks for tuning in.